Hey David, can you toss me some fruit snacks real quick? David? He was here just a second ago. Let's better check on him. Hey Dave! Where's David? And who the heck are you?
Greetings, gentlemen. Ben, also known to the internet as Plasma Kuno. I am Professor Pikachu, servant of our Lord Arceus. I have been sent by our Lord Arceus to inform you that it is imperative that you create an informational video about the Pokémon manga that currently resides within this box. As an incentive to encourage you to actually create this informational video, I have taken the liberty of taking your roommate David captive. If you wish to see him again, I would recommend beginning construction of this video presentation post-haste.
So what you're saying is that you kidnapped David?
I did not kidnap him. I am simply holding him in a secret location until you have completed the task that our Lord Arceus requires of you.
So what you're basically saying is you kidnapped David?
I did not kidnap him. I am simply holding him in a secret location.
I shouldn't just give you what you want, but I am way too lazy to call the police right now, so... whatever. You wanted me to make a video?
It is not I that is requiring you to make this video. It is our Lord Arceus who demands this action of you.
Alright, whatever. Just give me the box. I'll make the stupid video. Ah! Ow! Dang! What the freaking heck was that about?
Would you look at that? He is gone.
Well, isn't that just shocking?
Magical Pokemon Journey is a shojo manga that was written by Yumi Tsukirino from July 1997 to February 2003. And yes, it is an official series of Pokemon manga. Known as Pocket Monsters PPP Star Adventures in the original Japanese, a name based on the Japanese name for Pikachu, Clefairy, and Jigglypuff that didn't really translate well into English for obvious reasons, the manga is one of the most obscure parts of the Pokemon franchise. While things like the Pokemon Rebirth manga, the Pokemon Master Trainer games, and even the Pokemon Dungeons & Dragons like adventure game have all received decent coverage from everyone's favorite alphabet-themed wits, Magical Journey is something I really haven't seen anyone talking about at all. It's like nobody even knows this series exists. Well, I guess that's why I'm here, to tell you all about this very strange entry into the Pokemon world. As I said, Magical Pokemon Journey is a shoujo manga, or a manga aimed at teenage girls. This means that Magical Journey focuses on scary topics like emotions, romance, and cute boys, all of which I prefer to keep locked up and hidden from the rest of the world because of my glaring insecurities.
Somebody get me out of here!
But I suppose I can survive discussing such topics for the sake of this video. The plot focuses on our protagonist Hazel attempting to win the affections of her crush Almond. I'm pretty sure there's an innuendo in there somewhere, but honestly I'm too lazy to find it, and it's very possible my mother is watching this, so we're not gonna do that. Now Almond, like many other kids his age in the late 90s, is obsessed with Pokemon and pays almost no attention to Hazel at all. So what's a young girl to do? You might suggest that she get into Pokemon as well and spend time with Almond in a now mutually shared hobby, and therefore develop their relationship and become close naturally. But no, that's an objectively terrible idea. Who would ever think of doing something like that? The obvious solution would be going to the local mad scientist and asking him to make you a love potion. And then going again when the potion he gives you literally blows up in your and your crush's face. I'm not kidding. This is literally how the manga opens. Well, Grandpa, the crazy mad scientist who according to the wiki is not related to Hazel by blood,
oh, I totally ship it,
says he'll give Hazel his newly improved love potion if she'll catch Pokemon for him. Is he a responsible adult trying to help Hazel's and Almond's relationship develop naturally? Is he just a crazy old man obsessed with being hip with the kids? The world may never know. But who cares, because we're about to be introduced to our first Pokemon character, Pikachu! Hey Postman, I think you got the wrong image. You didn't? But this looks nothing like Pikachu. Now I should probably mention that the art style of this manga is what some might call overly cutesy, but I end up finding myself a fan of a lot of the character designs. Yeah, most of them do end up looking very different from their official designs, but I think this style really helps emphasize the cute aspect of Pokemon, which is obviously the goal here. There can never be too much Pokemon media that focuses on the cute aspects of the creatures, in my opinion. My biggest question is just, how did Tsukirino get from this art to this? I mean, I can understand going from the modern Pikachu design to what we got in Magical Pokemon Journey, or going from Pichu to that design, But remember that this manga was written and drawn in 1997, when the only official art we had was Chubby-Chew. I'm just a little confused is all. Also, look at the sense line, it's so cute. Back to the story, we find Hazel trying, and failing, to befriend the electric rat. She eventually succeeds because she's more friendly to Pikachu than Almond is. A trend that will continue for the next couple of chapters because yada yada, power of friendship or whatever. Book 1 continues with Hazel befriending a Clefairy and then a Jigglypuff, but it quickly devolves into a slice of life manga with a problem of the weak style of storytelling. Also, can I point out that no one even throws one Pokeball for the entirety of this book? There's a reason I use the word befriend rather than catch, because Hazel does not, at any time, attempt to actually capture a Pokemon. I suppose that's fine, but it's an interesting choice seeing as how this is a Pokemon manga and all. Now, I pointed out that the story devolves into a slice of life sort of thing. While the first 3 chapters focus on Hazel befriending new Pokemon and them joining the crew, the last 3 chapters and the 3 bonus chapters of Volume 1 all have very different focuses that have almost nothing to do with Pokemon at all. The Pokemon do stick around, and heck, a couple of new Pokemon characters are introduced, but they're just that, new characters. Chapter 4 is about characters competing to see who can draw the best, Chapter 5 is about Pikachu trying to deliver a special mirror from Grandpa to Hazel, and Chapter 6 is a Christmas special. Bonus chapters include a birthday chapter, a haunted house-like thing, and everyone's favorite, a beach chapter. Now, I did say that the story devolves, and it certainly does, but I can't actually say I dislike any of these chapters. They're cute, and they're funny, and they have some really wholesome moments. In fact, my favorite chapter of the first volume is easily the Christmas chapter. There's some great jokes, such as the Ekans brothers bringing one of their shed skins to a gift exchange, and Jigglypuff being totally down with receiving it. And then there's this whole bit where a Squirtle who grew up around only girls bonds with Almond and declares Almond the brother he never had. And Almond's just like, yeah dude, let's do it. And it's just like super wholesome. While I'm not usually a fan of this episodic style of writing, I can't deny that Magical Journey is written really well, especially for a story like this. When I was first planning this video, I was expecting to have to say something along the lines of Magical Pokemon Journey isn't really good, but it's something you should check out just because it's so different from all the rest of the Pokemon franchise. I hadn't read any of the books since elementary school, and so I figured the enjoyment I had gotten from them was solely on an elementary level. However, after revisiting the series, I feel like I can genuinely recommend these books. No masterpieces of writing or manga or anything, but they're certainly far better than something like this deserves to be. There's good jokes, there's great moments, it's super sweet, like, it's great. So my recommendation to you is, please, check these books out. They're a fun read that I guarantee won't be like anything else you've ever seen. Now, that being said, here's the problem. Because this series is so obscure and is attached to a very popular franchise like Pokemon, it's fallen into what we in the business like to call collector's hell. Because collectors like rare and obscure things, Magical Pokemon Journey volumes are almost impossible to find without spending literally hundreds of dollars. From what I've seen, the first volume can still be found for reasonable prices. For reference, I got my copy for about $15, including shipping, and I've seen other copies floating around for under 30 bucks. However, if you wanted to collect the entire series, I'm just going to tell you now that that's not going to happen. The second volume and onward, I've never seen listed for less than $100, and several of the books find themselves with listings for over $1,000. If you're really interested in finding copies of the books, I'd recommend checking out online used bookstores, as they tend to keep copies of the books on shelves longer than Amazon does, but just know that even I've given up on ever owning a complete set. Something that might be a bit helpful if you're interested in owning any of the books is that there are technically 2 formats the series was released in. There are the full volumes, like the book that I have, which includes 6 chapters and 2 or 3 bonus chapters, and then there are the monthly issues that include just 2 or 3 chapters each. These monthly issues generally go for a lot less than the full volumes. From what I've seen, they're generally listed for about $15, but you'll need to buy a lot of them to get the full series. Either way, if you're interested in owning the entire series, know that it's going to be a long and expensive road. Well, even if you don't ever own a copy, I hope I've introduced you to something you've never heard of before. I first discovered Magical Pokemon Journey in elementary school thanks to my mom making me get books from the library every week, so honestly it's kind of a miracle that I even know the books exist. If you guys enjoyed the video, I'd seriously appreciate if you'd share it with any of your friends who like Pokemon, because I honestly just want more people to know about this really obscure series. If you really liked the video and like to see more in this style, I'd be overjoyed if you'd hit that subscribe button. I've got a few ideas for future videos on other obscure Pokemon topics that I think you might find interesting as well. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed, and make sure you have a beautiful day.